into their music, which of course is very fashionable at the moment. But I think the two scenes have always belonged together quite well because they both have a certain extremity to them. In the some ways, some metal as well. It's all about aggression and expression, and that's the reason I think why breakcore artists and industrial artists or wherever, drum and bass as well, can play together in a festival and it seems consistent. There's not really any real problems. You wouldn't have, for example, some of the audience would come in and watch one band, but not the other. It all fits together, even though it sounds so different.
We know that you play often at the festival Infest in the United Kingdom, and what can you say about this festival? Is it popular among the foreigners, and what other events of that kind can you name in the United Kingdom, or what do you like more, what you don't like, and where do you want to go?
Okay, Infest is by far the biggest and the best industrial music festival in the UK. Last year was 10 years, so it was a bit of a celebration, and VMV Nation and Pop Team Berserk played because they're both very big, very popular bands in the UK, so they both kind of double headlined. I've been to every one. The first one there was about 200 people. Now it hits capacity, which is 1,200 people. It's held in a university, so the venue can't take any more people than that. So it's a great festival, puts on some big name acts like Front Nine Assembly, VMV. It's had people like Nitzareb. This year we get Front 242 and One. So there's lots of quite big bands. It's kind of, I suppose, a bit more EBM than noise, but we get a real mix. You get synth pop, noise, industrial, EBM, electro. It's a whole range, and it's run by one of my best friends, and he tries to bring bands to the UK that are, one, popular, and two, haven't been heard in the UK before. So we get lots of bands that have never played the UK before, and it's really good. Lots of people love it. It's the big event of the year. In terms of what else we have in the UK, There was another festival in Edinburgh called Dark City, and Edinburgh is a very beautiful city. It's the Athens of the North. A lot of history, beautiful buildings. The venues that the event was in were very beautiful, like old caverns, haunted caverns, and stuff like that. Beautiful student union buildings, all wood panelled. So the venues are fantastic. And some of the bands were good as well. It was kind of like a smaller version of Infest. Probably only had maybe 500 people, but last year we went and the organisation was not very good, and they're not running it this year. I think they don't make money, they don't break even, so it's not going to run. Apart from that, we have events in London twice a year, which are just one-day festivals like this is today, and that's called Electrofest. So they're the kind of three things, but Infest is by far the biggest.
The style of the music you play is mostly described as techno body music, which is getting more popular nowadays. And do you believe in the perspective of this style to stand in the same row with such kinds of harsh electronic sound as hard techno or hardcore or more popular styles?
I've produced techno for a long time, and elements from techno I can find now in this genre. So I think maybe in the future the scenes melt together. I'm not sure, but the music is very similar. But I think a lot of people aren't very open-minded. If you would tell a goth what you're listening now is techno and not EBM, he wouldn't listen to it. Maybe I'm not sure, but I think a lot of people aren't that open-minded as they maybe should.
You mostly perform on various EBM and gothic events more than on these special industrial events. But what style is more close for you? What culture and scene?
I think there's not a big difference in culture. It's only in the music. I know most industrial bands don't like bands like Nose of X, Xotox, and so on, because they think it's only popular, or we do it only for the money, which is totally stupid. You can't be rich with such a music. So I only produce the music I like, and I don't care if no one likes it, or if thousands like it. It doesn't make the difference for me. But the sales with club-orientated industrial are better than this. Everything is destroyed industrial where you can't dance to. So. The sales are not as good as the sales from Xotox or Comic Christ and so on, and maybe that's a big problem. I don't think that I will ever play on a real industrial festival, because the people don't want to have me there. I think so. It's. So I'm more EBM influenced. My music is a mixture. I produce, as I said, techno for a long time. So I'm influenced by techno and EBM and a lot of other kinds of styles, and I mix them together. So it's not pure industrial. I'm choosing some elements from industrial, but there's no track you really can call this is absolutely noise or industrial. Also, it's always only a mixture, a hybrid, so to say.
It's always the collaboration between different styles that makes this music unique. Yes. So I agree with you at that point. So I think that will be all for tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.